Hi, yeah, I'm just introducing myself again, just in case you missed the last video. I'm Freya, I'm from Lanzarote, and I'm going to run the London Virtual Marathon for Girl Guiding. And I'm also belong to already British Girl Guiding overseas. Here's my story. Hey guys, so week 2 in the Big Brother house. So it started like a rubbish week. My dad went to emergency. That's a whole other thing. So I didn't think I'd be able to run, but in fact I did run. I ran, so on Tuesday today, I ran a little over, I think, hold on, let me check. Sorry, that took me ages to figure that out. Luckily, you didn't have to watch me. I was like, brain is not working. A little over 9k, my watch said. Whether that's true, who knows. My watch is like playing silly buggers at the moment. So a little over 9k. I could have done more, but then the hospital rang. Anyway, so a little over 9k today. Feeling good. I was very angry with the hospital. Well, not with the hospital, with one particular doctor. So I ran really fast at the beginning. And today I was just like, this is the fastest I've ever run. And I was like, yeah, probably is. But because when you're angry, you're like, rah, 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 rah. And then Daddy was like, we need to make you angry on the day of the run. Then I had guides after my run. And I spoke to them about it. And they're like, oh my God, that's like, how far? And I explained to them. And I was like, that's like 4 times. I was like, what? And I said, would they like to run 1k and get it sponsored, and then they can raise money for them going away in 2024? And they said, yeah, they're up for it. Even someone that is not very exercisey. So I'm like, bonus. So yeah, so they're going to do that. So I need to get that sorted out. Something else on my list of things to do. So yeah, that's going to be cool. It's going to be good. So I need to figure out when they're going to do their K. Maybe my last K. Maybe I'm like red in the face. I'm like, maybe like that one. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And I thought it was 44k, but I actually worked out it's like 42.18 blah 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 k. So in my head I was like, ah. Oh. And I know it's like a mental thing, but in the time I was like 44k. But to know it's 42 point blah 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 is actually a little bit better. So I was like, okay, there's only 4 rounds, and then just like a little like blip, you know. So I think they might join me on the 1 and the blip. I think I'll just get them to do that. But then I suppose I can't time when I'm going to be there. I won't know, so I can't say, oh, the guys are going to do it at this time. I have to ask some of the other leaders. The other leaders, they're much more sensible than me. They're much more brainy than me on this kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to ask them. Ask their advice. This is the way it is, you know. Me and times and dates, you know. Whoosh, they're good at that stuff. So yeah. So I'm feeling very good, very positive, and we'll see how it goes. Thursday I'm going to do a long run, I think. I think I'm going to do it later. I'm not sure. It's complicated because, like I said, I've got obviously personal issues. That was a wince. I've got personal issues, but it's the only time I think I could fit in a run. I think it's going to be the only time, or Thursday or Friday. But I need to get another run in. So it might be a treadmill run. But I need to get another run in. I need to do a 12 or a 14k. I need to start increasing, and I'm not decreasing. I'm just sticking where I am, and I don't need that. I need to increase. So I think I'm gonna have to do a treadmill run, which is not that fun for me, but I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. So anyway, tune in to the next run, whenever that is, wherever it is. Eyes are really red. I'm sorry. I apologise. Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye. Good morning. So I did a whole video inside the car this morning, and then I realised that the lighting was actually way too bad. Also I had the bins inside my car, so it smelled a bit fishy. So yeah, right, anyway, let's do it. Hiya, good morning. So I'm redoing this video for about the second or third time because I did it in the car earlier and the light wasn't good and I had the bins in the car so it smelled like fish, so every so often my face was like that. So yeah, I'm doing it in a cupboard now in my work. So yeah, so this week, let me think, it'll be 2 weeks when you see it, but this week, first I found out that it's vlogging, not blogging. The guides told me. Whoops. I was saying blogging a lot in the last one. So last week I only did one run, which was 9k, because I had personal problems with my family, my father. And so I only did 9k because I got called during it, so I had to walk back to the gym, or on the phone, obviously. And then on Thursday I was like, oh, I'll run on the machine because I don't have time to go for a long run. I don't have that time period in the middle, so I'll just go on the machine. And then someone came and spoke to me, and someone else, and then I was like, well, what am I going to do? Run at 10 o'clock at night? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll leave it. I'll do it on Friday. Then Friday I couldn't. Do you know what I mean? Friday was another bad day. So it was just one thing after another. Then on Sunday I was going to go for a run with my son, and then the hospital called. Do you know what I mean? It's like everything seemed to be, and I was like, you know what? Stop beating yourself up. It's January. Do you know what I mean? Stop beating yourself up. You'll get there. I'm headstrong enough to be able to get there. So just let yourself go. Let this one training day, let it go. Just let it go. So I let it go on Sunday. I was like, just breathe, let it go. So yesterday I did a run. I did 12.4k. People asking me for the route, so I shall give the route here. It was in Playa Blanca. And so my idea now definitely is to try and find a route that's 20k and to do it twice, and then to add the last 2 point whatever k at the end or at the beginning with the guide, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I'll just add that bit, and it's just 2 circles of it, because I think for my mind, if I have to do 4, it's going to be too much. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to quit. I'm just like, I'll walk it. For the last one I walked, do you know what I mean? We said it's 2 rounds, I think it's okay. And we found quite a nice route. There's only, I think, a couple of sort of steady hills, and the rest has been okay. So yeah, so yesterday I ran with Andy. I ran with Danny and Michelle, then they had to do a different route. So I ran with Andy. So yeah, so that was 12.4, and if I add the bit that I wanted to add, that would have been 17. So I did 12.4 yesterday. I'm going to run on Thursday on the machine with my brother, just here, and then I'm going to do Tuesday again. I'm just going to stick to 2 at the moment until I think March. I need to maybe do 3 a week. But yeah, I'm slowly increasing. Timing as well as why random. Timing as well, I'm increasing, because obviously I only have a certain time in the day that I can do it, because of my work and my home life and blah blah. So I think it was 4 o'clock we set off, or about 4:05, something like that, and I came about 5:30, because I have to be here for 6 for guides. So I know that I could have probably gone a little bit further and done maybe another 2k and still be in time. Do you know what I mean? And I just want to get up to 30k. Someone said if you can do 30k, that's all you need to train to, because if you can do 30, you'd be able to do 40. So pain wise today, I don't have too much pain, but I'm normally like 2 days later girl. Do you know what I mean? So I don't have too much pain. I had pain in last time my hips, I had a bit in my knees, but I'm okay today. My major problem is that on certain trousers or certain days, I chafe. I don't know. I'm quite willing to say it. Runners don't mention that, but they do tell me it's very often. They have to put like talcum powder, Vaseline, or whatever. Do you know? And so I'll be fine the whole run, absolutely fine. Come down, and then I can't stretch straight away because my body's still light. So I have to sort of calm down. So I do guides and then I stretch. Well, I did guides and I had the trousers to change, but I was like, no, I don't need to change. I'm gonna be fine. And then it was like I was riding a horse. I got home and I was just like I was riding a horse. So that is another problem that I have to sort of think about, how to sort of get rid of that, because I don't know, it could be any trouser any day, any time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I do worry about when you're doing 40k, because that is a pain like no other. as some people would know. Anyway, positive note. So yes, that's what we are at the moment. This is the day after. As you can see, I've had a shower. I don't look as bad and as sweaty as my photo will look just when I finish with Andy. But anyway, thank you very much for supporting, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, so it is Sunday. I just want to do a side note here. I did not realise that I was wearing like Lion King themed things all week. I had no idea. Also, it's an awful frame that I froze at. I apologise as well. I finally was able to do my second run today, and I was trying to get out of it as well because it was raining, and I was like, oh, do I really want to do this? And then she's like, no, you promised I'd go on the bike, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. This is amazing, by the way. My brother bought me this. It's the most amazing thing I've ever had in my life because it's so cold. So yeah, so we went for a run. We did 16k today. I'll for TIs and back. It's like the worst route in the world, and it's worse because it goes uphill and then like really slowly and then downhill suddenly, and then obviously you come back, so it goes suddenly uphill then slowly downhill. My hips were hurting a little bit, but I'm glad I did it. Just, yeah, it was hard to do it because of personal problems and stuff like that, but I'm glad I did it, and I'm increasing, and I was a little bit down on myself today. I was like, oh, I'm only doing 16, but then if I think about the 1st of January, I was probably just doing 5, just around 5 every time, so to go from 5 to 16 in 2, 4, 5, 6 sessions, pretty okay, and because of what I get for February, I want to be 30, and for March I need to be, February I need to be 20k, doing 20ks, and then March I need to be doing 30k, so to be fair, I'm actually on par, is that the word? Anyway, on target for what I'm meant to be doing, so technically I should be right. Yeah, it's just pushing yourself, isn't it? Just pushing yourself to do it, because then once it's done it feels great, you know, it does feel great. But yeah, it was just very funny today because like actually I was on the bike and he was on the opposite side of the road, and then he had the music on, and then he was like, oh, we'll just do headphones, and he drives really far, and then he's like, oh, you can just stop here, and I'm like, no, actually the point is that I don't stop, and he's like, oh, why would you do that? And then he turns around to me on the way back, he's like, why don't you just run? Why are you like walking? I said, I'm not walking, this is jogging. And he's like, oh, I thought you were going to run faster than that. I was like, it's a marathon, man. It's not a race. Anyway, so yes, I'm on par. I just, I don't know. I think because I had a massage on Saturday as well, I think I get frustrated with my body because I'm like, if you ask me to lift like 50 kilos, I'm like, yeah, okay. Do you know what I mean? But if you ask me to run a marathon, it's like, you know, my body's like a bodybuilder body, not a runner body. So it's just about trying to change my body and my shape and my mind to think that, yeah, you can do it. Because like I ran 12k with Andy and I felt really good. Like I didn't really have pain, you know, I had a little bit at the end, but I felt pretty good. So I suppose it's just mind over matter, isn't it, really? Just telling yourself that you can do it. Doesn't matter what your body is. Like, it doesn't matter what shape you're going to do anyway. So look at me, body genius that I am. Woo! Anyway, so yes, so anyway, that's week 2 and 3. So here we go for week 4. Scary stuff, very scary stuff. Have a good weekend. So if anyone would like to donate to me doing the virtual London Marathon for Girl Guiding UK, please do click on the link that will be in the description box, and if not, please enjoy these outtakes, etc. That's right, so I'm just editing this video and I was looking at pictures that I had taken of me running and stuff, and there are some absolutely awful ones that I will put up because I'm like, what? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your own mother? Do you know? What? Oh my god, it's awful.
might be there before you because I'm going like 33 kilometers per hour with my bike.
So this is certain people's problem is that I chafe, always chafe. The whole time I was talking, the bin's there, and it was really kind of official, like, yeah, it was all good, it's good now. So, good morning everyone. I did film this previously in my car, but I had been to the car and it smelled really bad, so I realised that during the video I was like, oh, no, it's not. And I also realised that lighting was really bad, so I'm doing it at work in a cupboard. This is my cupboard, because there's exercise going on outside. So anyway, I missed last week of vlogging because I actually found the word vlogging. I found out this week, the guys told me that it's vlogging, not vlogging. It's doing videos, vlogging. Anyway, they didn't say it was such attitude, but yeah. My problem is, this is, yeah, I was going to say big girl problems. That's not what you say. Just realised it's really dirty. Oh, it's like the sticky stuff. I apologise. Take that out of you. I'm trying not to show my laundry, so you're going to have like there. Zoom in.